Hey there, Facebook. So it looks like the federal agents are here. It's the Bureau of Indian Affairs, and they've got the Tribal Council, and we also got the Department of Fish and Wildlife. So the fat takers came. Here we have Land Op 1. This guy, it looks like his license number is G621957R. And basically they just came down uninvited, unannounced, just the way that fascists do, and took some images. They surveilled us. So the feds are here. It's pissing me off right now. We got fat takers inside of our community. Again, it's the Department of Fish and Wildlife. Over here is the Bureau of Indian Affairs. Shame on you. Shame. You're a pipeline protector. Pipeline protector. So the pipeline protectors are leaving right now. These guys are fat takers. They're the worst kind. They're the worst kind of Indian. These guys sold out their heritage. They took the side of the federal government. They're actually taking federal money to come down here. They're pipeline protectors. I don't know why they feel like they should be on the side of the pipeline, but basically they're here to try and assert their authority over Sacred Stone Camp. They brought guns and weapons into our camp. So we're a prayer camp. We're unarmed. We don't have any weapons. But they brought weapons because they're afraid. They're afraid of our prayers. They don't know how to deal with people who are unarmed and in prayer, so they bring guns into our community. They brought the Tribal Council, Department of Fish and Wildlife, and they brought federal police. So these guys came right into Sacred Stone Camp to assert their authority. They felt like they needed weapons to do it. And now they're heading out. They told us that LaDonna only has 0.06 acres of land here. So they believe that what we're doing here is occupying land that doesn't belong to LaDonna. But I'm pretty sure it's LaDonna's land that we're on. So just trying to follow along and see what they do from here. But basically these guys are the bad guys. In the future, their grandchildren, their great-grandchildren, they're going to look back on this and recognize So here we have some more of the shameful people. They're red on the outside but white on the inside. They're just like apples. Their grandchildren and their great-grandchildren are going to remember that these guys were here, and they're going to hold this time against them because they'll be shamed in the future by their own relatives. Their own relatives. So here we got another armed gunman. His license plate number is 658BUJ. And yeah, these guys are definitely red on the outside but white on the inside. 100% federal property. They're here to do the bidding of the federal government. They are not good people. These are the kind of people that you don't want your daughter to be around. I hope my daughter doesn't go around these guys. These guys make me ashamed of my own people. Shame on you, sir. Shame. Your children and your grandchildren are going to remember this day. They're going to remember that you stood with the federal government and you stood against the people. They're going to remember that you're the kind of people who protect pipelines. You guys are pipeline protectors. You're a pipeline protector. You're the kind of person that I never want my daughter to be around. Here we got 658 BUJ. I'm not sure whether this guy's, oh, he's Department of Fish and Wildlife. Pee on it, pee on it. So these guys are basically the worst kind of people. These are the kind of people that you really don't want in your community. You don't want them around your family. They are not public servants. They have oil on their nose. They're the kind of people who brown nose oil executives. So, you know what happens is, once you sell your soul to Satan, then you go around doing Satan's bidding. That's a good point. The DAPL helicopter is surveilling here. So these guys are 100% in the pocket of the oil pipeline. So we're just following them out of camp right now, but they already came down and got the information they wanted. So whatever it was they're trying to do, I guess they achieved their goal. But yeah, Sacred Stone Camp was invaded by the BIA just now. Now they're fleeing off because they know they don't have the jurisdiction. They're violating their own treaties. They're violating their own people. They're shameful. I wish their ancestors could be here to see what sort of people they produced, because basically their ancestors would be ashamed of them. My grandmother, my great-grandmother, my great-great-grandmother, she would be proud of the sort of behavior that I'm doing here. But their grandmothers probably think that they're sellouts. They probably think that they're hookers. They probably think that these guys, their great-grandmothers, their great-grandmother's spirits, I hope they come and or visit them in their dreams. Because these guys, they're shameful. They're super shameful. They're oil pipeline protectors. And they're gone now from sight, but they probably didn't go that far. I hadn't seen them drive out yet, so it looks like they might have just stopped at the end of the road. So what happened is we were down there at Love's Kitchen eating breakfast and getting ready to do our day's work, and the Bureau of Indian Affairs, the Department of Fish and Wildlife, and the Tribal Council showed up. They identified themselves to me, quite a few of them did, and I was able to get a business card and a couple of badge numbers. I'll be uploading that in a little while. But basically they just rolled into our camp, surveilled us, told us that we're gonna have to evacuate, and then drove off. But again, I hadn't seen them drive all the way out yet, so they probably just stopped part way up. So, you know, it's the first step. It's the first step in the eviction, because now what they've done is they've laid the groundwork for whatever sort of premise they need to try and do some sort of unlawful enforcement. So they know that they don't have a right to evict people who are peaceful and in prayer. We have a right to religious expression. The right to freedom of religion is enshrined in the Constitution. Now, granted, the Constitution is a colonizer's act, and it is a document put out by the federal government. So basically, it's not worth the paper it's written on, especially when federal agents violate it, which is what just happened. So yeah, they basically came down, not in a prayerful way, not in a peaceful way, and gathered whatever kind of information they thought they needed to try and create the standing that they want to evict us. So basically they took some pictures, they made some notes, and they had some witnesses. So they basically were taking pictures of the floodplain, trying to take pictures of whatever kind of structures and residences there are there. I didn't see them taking pictures of individuals, so I don't think they're going after individuals. They're trying to go after the land. My guess is that they're gonna do some crazy zoning stuff. I'm on live stream right now, in case you couldn't tell, brother.
Oh, no, that's tough.
All right, you have anything you want to say?
Not really.
All right. Well, we're just walking all the way out here to the end of the driveway, try and see if they left all the way or if they're still up here. But my guess is they're still up here because I hadn't seen them drive all the way out. Hopefully the lawyer gets a hold of them and we get a big pile of money because they violated our rights.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll see. They're still rolling out. They're not all the way out yet. There's still one way up there. I don't know if you guys can see him, but it looks like the rest of them left. So aside from a few angry words, mostly nobody was harmed. It's not like they actually shot anyone or tased anyone. They just were coming in with their imperialist ways because they work for the imperialists. There's no two ways about it. They're part of the fascist government. And it might be that the side of their vehicle says Bureau of Indian Affairs. And it might be that they're working for the tribal council. But let's face it, these guys, they're imperialists. They're imperial fascists. And like I've been saying, their grandchildren, their great-grandchildren, they're gonna remember this day. They're gonna remember which side of history these guys are on. Just gonna keep going since one of these guys is still up here. See if I can get a statement from him. But there he is. I got his license plate number before, but I can see some feet over there. So it looks like maybe someone got out of their vehicle, but it's hard to tell right now. I'm always encouraged when I see the four-leggeds with us. We have animals with us. So one of the camp dogs is up here with us. Anytime the camp dogs are with us, we seem to be okay. So whatever happens from here out, we'll probably be fine. But I'm just gonna go over here a little bit closer and see if I can get another statement. I already got a few statements from him on the GoPro. So in a little bit, I'll upload that GoPro footage. But for right now, see if I can get a statement from these guys, try and get a little bit closer to them. I think they might be putting out a phone. My guess is they're putting out a phone call to the guys with the big sticks. Because basically that's what they do. They work hand in glove with the big sticks. So these guys probably putting out a phone call to Morton County or whichever law enforcement agency they got that they do the bidding of. And oh no, that's one of our guys. Aha, no, they left all the way. That's one of our guys. I can see now. All right, well, they left all the way, which is good, but the bad news is they came in. So anyway, guys, Sacred Stone Camp has now officially been invaded. They left, but they gathered the kind of information that they need to try and evict us. So I'm not sure, but I'm not 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure that there's an eviction coming down the line. That's the only reason you'd see fascists around, is because they're trying to evict people. They said that they weren't, but we all know the police lie. We know the federal government lies. So chances are whatever they said will be proven untrue. So I'm glad I was able to document it because, yeah, they're doing the first part to try and evict us. That's what they came down for. But probably let you guys go now. Let you go in a minute anyway. Are there any questions before I go? I'm just gonna take a minute here and look at this feed. No evictions. It's pixelated and blurry. I can hardly see. I'm sorry about that. I'm just trying to catch up with fascists. Let's see. Frontline Canine. Yeah, that's our dog. That's our home dog. Thank you, Oklahoma. We need you guys. We need all you guys up here. Seriously. There's no doubt that they're gonna come and get us. That's why they came. Just scrolling up here a little bit. your children will see the shame in your face. That is 100% true. When I started saying that to them, you could see the look in their eyes change because they recognize that they need to be ashamed. So here's the warriors who followed him out. We were singing and praying for them and smudging for them. It was really hard not to just cuss them. Scroll up a little bit. You're the only live feed at the moment. Yeah, they sprung this on us. They just like rolled in without permission or notice or anything. So, oh yeah, you're welcome, Bud Miigwech. 10,000 Miigweches. Thank you, Iowa, Meredith. Let's see. We will use the money to save our Mother Earth. Yes, bless that. Bless that. All right, guys. I'm gonna wait a minute and see if anybody has any questions before I go offline. But I really want to thank everyone for tuning in. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being there for us. Call the Bureau of Indian Affairs. Call the Tribal Council. You know, let them know that what they just did is shameful. They basically came out here because they're oil pipeline protectors. They got oil on their nose and they're filthy sellouts. And that's the nicest thing I'm going to say about them. Please be careful. Thank you, Phyllis. I'll be careful. They left all the way, so I'm not sure how they got past our security guys. Maybe they used threatening tactics. That's the main way that they do things, is through threats. But yep, that's right, Kim. Tribal representatives were here. Once I have a chance to upload the GoPro, then you'll be able to see the tribal councilman and hear his name because he identified himself to me. So actually, let's see. I'm gonna give you guys a chance to see the business card of the one guy that gave me his card. I can find it here. Security culture. All right, this is the guy right here. Let's see if I can get it in view for you guys. I have to back up my camera a little bit. Security culture. I kind of just slandered the security people a little bit because they were the ones who let them in. All right. Hard to get this in view, you guys. Let's see. Try it like this. David M. Littlewind. David M. Littlewind. Phone number 202-208-6583. Try and get this in focus. So it looks like he's from the U.S. Department of Interior, Bureau of Indian Affairs, Office of Justice Services. And he's the Associate Director of Field Operations. And again, his cell phone number, if you want to make his cell phone ring. I know you guys want to make his cell phone ring. 202-603-5433. david.littlewind@bia.gov. Try and get this so that you can actually see it here. Yeah, it just won't come into focus, guys. Sorry I can't get that into focus. I'll read it off one more time. David M. Littlewind, telephone number 202-603-5433. 202-603-5433. And his email address, david.littlewind@bia.gov. Make his phone ring. Oh yeah, we got dog food. We got dog food. What we really need, we need a backhoe, we need an 18-wheeler operator, we need carpenters, and we need black snake killers. We need about 20,000 of you guys to come up here. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go. Just try and get this in here again. I'm gonna head back down to camp, get my GoPro, and upload the video of the GoPro. That's it. You got it. 603-5433. All right, guys. Thanks for being there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. Share it in all your groups. And make that guy's cell phone ring. Make it keep ringing.